The great thing about NFTs is ownership and the ability to trade with others, but when you're trying to trade with someone on Discord, it can be risky. Somebody has to send the NFT or payment first, and if the other party doesn't fulfill the deal, then you would have gotten scammed and lost your payment or NFT. But there's a safe way to trade NFTs on Galachain. I'm going to talk to you about marketplace.nftharbor.io, the best and safest way to trade NFTs on Galachain with other players and earn some HRBR coins from doing so. This is a new version of NFTHarbor.io, which displays more information than it used to and allows you to do more than what you could do at NFTHarbor.io. NFT Harbor is created and maintained by Rostakip, so if you have any questions or feedback or you run into any issues, you can send him a message on Discord. I'll put a picture of his Discord profile on the screen just so you can verify his Discord handle is Rostakip, and beware of anybody attempting to impersonate him with a similar username, asking you for information you shouldn't be sharing or asking you to do something suspicious, because there are scammers out there trying to scam people. So always stay safe when receiving messages from people on Discord. I'm going to show you how to use this site so you can understand how to find, buy, sell, swap, create offers or cancel offers or listings, and then explain how to earn HRBR and the benefits of holding it. Once again, this website is marketplace.nftharbor.io. I will have a link in the description, so make sure you check it out. On here, there will be a way to filter which NFTs you want to search for on Galachain. I believe it will default to the top option, which is Champions Arena. So if you are looking for NFTs for Common Ground World, also known as Townstar, then you would search for Townstar here. It will order them by name, but you can also change this filter. I usually suggest changing it to newest first. This will allow you to search for NFTs that were just recently placed on here, but before you can buy or sell, you will have to create an account. At the top right, you can click on this profile image and create an account. You can use any email. It doesn't have to be the same email that you used for your Gala account. After you create your account, you will be asked to add your Galachain address so that you can verify that you are the owner of that Galachain address. If you exit that prompt out, then another way you can add your Galachain address is going to the settings here, and then you'll see the button in the middle. It's going to say this, add Galachain address. So you're going to want to copy and paste your Galachain address here. Then it's going to ask you to send a specific amount of Gala to the marketplace wallet or the escrow wallet of NFT Harbor. It is going to show you this on the screen whenever you do it. Now, this is a test account I created just to show you what this looks like. I already have my verified account, which I will log into in a moment to show you the other features of NFT Harbor. But once you send the specific amount of Gala, and it does have to be exact, if it's asking you to send 0.00123 Gala, you need to send that exact amount. It should be a low amount, so it shouldn't really cost you that much in order to do this. It's just to validate that you own that Galachain address. And yes, you must send Gala from the Galachain address you're trying to validate to the escrow wallet that it's going to give you. That way you can actually make sure that you own that Galachain address. There's a few different ways to find NFTs on here, but if you're not really sure what to buy and you just want to browse around, then just use the newest first filter and look at the NFTs that people have recently listed. You'll be able to see the floor price of the NFT. So if there's multiple listings, it will show you the cheapest price of it. For example, the Light Circus, the cheapest price is 25,500 Gala. And if any of these NFTs have a bid, you will be able to see the highest bid. So if there's no bid, it will say no bids yet, but the highest bid on the Light Circus, for example, is 21,500 Gala. And you'll also be able to see the USD equivalent of that Gala price. So we're going to take a look at the Light Circus NFT. You'll be able to see the information for the NFT. Eventually, when these NFTs will be upgradable and have levels, you will be able to see that information as well. You can see the average sell price of the NFT in the past couple of months. So the first section right here is the listings. You'll be able to see how many people have listed this NFT for sale. This Light Circus has 3 listings, and you can see that each listing has the same same price right here. Now this second listing is accepting bids, so you will be able to see the bids that people have placed right here, with the highest bid being at the top. You can see all these other bids right here. The seller will have the ability to either accept a bid or keep the listing going until somebody potentially accepts it at the full price. And as the buyer, you can see that you have these options: the buy now and the make a bid. So if I wanted to make a bid, I would of course click make a bid. I can select how much Gala I can bid for this. There may be a minimum bid requirement on some listings, and there are some listings that do not accept bids at all. You can also set the expiration date for your bid. So if you want to place a bid that is valid for the entire week, then you can do so. If you're looking at an NFT that doesn't have any listings, or doesn't allow you to make a bid, but you do want to, make a bid or place an offer, then below that you have the offer section. You can create your own offer, and you can select how much Gala or any of these other tokens you would like to pay. So you may not be able to see this on the video, but you can select which token you want to pay with. There are several options, such as Ethereum, Gala on Ethereum chain, Gala on Galachain, which is going to be the most popular option here. You can also pay with other tokens on Galachain, such as Silk, eTime, Ethereum, Music, HRBR, and WEN tokens. And below the offers section, you can see the recent deals that have been completed for this NFT. So the most recent Light Circus was sold for 21,500 Gala, or about 390 USD. And you can see the buyer and the seller. Now, if you're trying to find a specific NFT to purchase, then you would just search for it. So if I'm looking for a rare wheat stand, I can search right here, rare. It would show me all the rare items. Now, you probably don't want to include any spaces because of the way they are worded. So putting rare wheat like this with no spaces will bring up the rare wheat stand right here. So I can see the information for this. You can see the listings. There are no offers, but you could create an offer, and the deals that were completed. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're looking at your profile. So you can click your profile at the top right, and you'll be able to see information such as any open listings that you have for NFTs that you are trying to sell, or offers that you have made on NFTs, bids made for NFTs that people are trying to sell, and any of your previously completed deals. So first, I'm going to show you how to create a listing. That means you're trying to sell something. At the top right over here, you'll be able to see the create button. So we're going to create a trade. This trade will expire in 1 day, and we're going to choose the Town Star collection. It is going to show you which NFTs you have in that Galachain wallet, and you will be able to search for the one that you want to select and sell. You can select multiple NFTs, so you can create a bundle with, I believe, up to 20 NFTs at once is the maximum for a bundle. I might be mistaken. You can create a bundle with a lot of NFTs at the same time. So once the NFTs are done loading here, you can search for the NFT that you want to sell. I'm going to search Academy, and right here it's going to show the Common Ground Academy NFTs that I do have. So I'm going to select one of these, and you can see to the right over here the selected NFTs. So I'm just going to select that one, and then I can enter the price that I want to sell them for. Now, selling stuff on here will have a fee depending on the token that you are using. If you're using a token on Ethereum, it will have a 1% fee. If you're using a token on Galachain, the fee should be lower depending on the token, I suppose, but the fee on most of these is 0.5%. The fees are also impacted by the amount of stars that are on your account. If you fail to complete trades in a timely manner, you will lose reputation, which are the stars on your account, and the less stars you have, the less reputable you are, and the more fees that you will pay whenever you complete a trade. There is a way to recover the stars as well by paying a certain fee to recover a star. So you do want to make sure that you just don't go around making offers that you are not willing to go through with and accept. Or if you're creating listings to sell NFTs, you want to make sure that if somebody accepts the listing and they want to purchase the NFT from you, you don't suddenly back out of it, or else you will lose a star. You will lose some reputation from doing so. So for this Common Ground Academy, we're going to list it very cheap, Gala on Galachain. We're going to do 10 Gala, and it's going to show you the calculation right here. You would receive 9.95 Gala after the fee is paid. You can also enter a minimum bid price if you want people to bid a certain amount of Gala and not very low amounts that you're not going to accept at all, like 1 or 2 Gala. So once you have all the information here, then you click select price, and it will show on the right here the selected prices. Now you can add multiples, so if you want to allow somebody to pay in Ethereum, then you can do so. Or if you are allowing e-time, then you can do so. You enter the information for that. Once you are done entering all the information, you would click create trade at the bottom. Just make sure to double check everything, such as the expiration type. It defaults to 1 day, but if you want to extend it, you can extend it to 1 week or even 1 month. But once all the information is correct, you would select create trade at the bottom, and you will be able to verify that the listing has been created by going back to your account and checking your open listings. As you can see, now I'm going to show you how to create a bid and an offer. So you're going to click on the NFT that you're interested in, and you're going to see if it has an open listing. I can see right here that somebody's trying to sell one for 6,000 Gala, and there's also a bid for 3,000 Gala. So I'm going to make my own bid of 4,000 Gala on here. It's going to expire in 1 day, and that's it, easy as that. So I'm not paying any Gala until they accept it, and after they accept it, they also have to send the NFT to an escrow wallet and pay the initial fee. After they would do that is when I would send them the Gala, and it also sends me all the instructions on here in the deal section. So if I wanted to create an offer, say nobody has made a listing, nobody is selling it, but I still want to place an offer, I would click create an offer and basically do the same thing. This time I'll do a lower offer of 3,000 Gala. So it'll let me know if anybody accepts it, and you'll be able to see it right here in the middle. Now I'm going to show you how to complete a deal for a listing that you created. So the Academy NFT that I just created a listing for was accepted. You can see that I have a notification on the deal section at the top right. So I'll click on deals, and it'll show me which step I'm on. I'm on the first step, and it's up to me to pay the fee. So I can see the NFT right here, and it's going to say right here on the right, pay 0.05 Gala to this address right here, and I can click it and it will copy that address. Additionally, I could also pay HRBR, and that will also pay this fee. So I'm doing the first step, which is sending the fee to the NFTHarbor escrow wallet. Now it will take a minute or two to process, but after it has processed, you can see that the first step is completed, and now you are on the second step, which is to send the NFT. You will send that exact same NFT to the escrow wallet. Make sure to double check the number of that NFT in case you happen to have multiple. And as you can see right here, I'm going to send the NFT to that wallet. After another minute or two, it will process, and now you're on the third step, which is on the buyer to send you the Gala. So on your side, it will say no action. You don't have to do anything, but on their side, it will say send the 10 Gala to your address, the seller's address. So they have to send the exact amount of Gala to the address. If they round it, or if they do one more or one less, then it will not process the transaction. You really want to be careful, because if you're not sending the exact amount, you're not fulfilling this transaction and you won't get the NFT that you're trying to buy. So you have to make sure that you are sending the exact amount of Gala. Do do not round it or do not give any more Gala than you're supposed to. While we're waiting on this transaction, I'm going to talk about HRBR. You can click on it at the top right to see the information. You can also use HRBR to pay the fees on the trades that you are making. To find the complete information on how HRBR works and how to earn it, you can click on how it works. I'm not gonna explain everything, but just to summarize it, you do earn HRBR whenever you complete a trade and the fee is paid with any token other than HRBR. So if you're paying a Gala fee, which I did pay for this transaction, I would earn a little bit of HRBR, and the amount of HRBR I can earn is also determined by other factors such as my HODL power. I'm just going to call it hold power because that's what it is. So whenever you're holding a certain amount of HRBR, you will get additional benefits such as being able to cancel listings for free. Normally you do have to pay a fee, but if you're holding enough HRBR, you will be able to cancel listings for free. You will also be able to put additional offers for each NFT for free. Normally you can only place one offer for each NFT, then you have to wait until it expires before you can place another one. And just to clarify, this is for each NFT. You can place one offer on every single NFT that you see on there, but if you want to place more than one offer for the same NFT, then you will have to hold a certain amount of HRBR in order to achieve these perks. Now, your hold power is determined by how much HRBR you're holding on average over the course of a week. It does determine the average every single day, and then it totals the average for the week. You can see all this information right here. So HRBR is earned from just trading on here, and it's determined by the amount of fees paid. You can also purchase HRBR directly right here for a certain amount of Gala. 500 HRBR will cost 2,000 Gala, so it looks like it's a 1 HRBR per 4 Gala ratio. I believe Rustakip also put this on GalaSwap, so you can also use GalaSwap to purchase HRBR from there using your own Gala. But just to summarize the utility of HRBR, you can pay for fees on the platform, and holding it will give you additional perks on this platform. Now, when I go back to look at the deal, I can see that there's no active deals, so the deal must have been completed. Right here on closed deals, I can see the one on top is the deal that just got completed. But yes, the Common Ground Academy was paid for. They have sent me 10 Gala, and the escrow wallet has delivered the NFT to them. If the deal happened to get canceled, say you canceled it or the expiration date passed, then you will be able to see that information in the canceled deal section. Whoever failed to complete their step will lose a star in the process. Now, there are other ways to search for NFTs. You can also search other people's profiles to see if they have any active listings or which NFTs they've recently purchased. So if I click on the Lord Payne's profile, I can see all the information. He has no open listings, no offers made, no bids, and he just completed a deal with me to purchase the Common Ground Academy. If you're trying to find a specific player, you can also search them at the very top bar over here. So for example, if I wanted to search for Rustakip, I can find his account right here. And as you can see, he has some offers made for some NFTs, and he's completed some deals. Now I'm just going to mention some last couple of things I haven't mentioned yet. So whenever you have an offer that you want to cancel, you can go to your profile, find the offer, and click cancel offer. It will ask you to pay Gala or HRBR to the escrow wallet. You do have to click continue, and then you will have to pay the Gala or the HRBR in order to fulfill the cancellation. If you do not cancel it and it gets accepted and you decide not to go through with the purchase, you will of course lose a star. You lose some reputation, which will increase your fees. It's the same process for when you make a bid and you're trying to cancel it. So the amount of Gala and HRBR you pay may be determined by the amount that you offered or bid, as far as I can see. And the last thing I want to talk about is swapping. So instead of creating a trade where you're trying to sell an NFT, you can create a swap where you want to swap a specific NFT NFT for another NFT. This is the safe way to trade NFTs with other players. Whenever you do it through marketplace.nftharbor.io, you will have to pay a swap fee, but you can rest assured that you're not going to get scammed compared to doing it peer-to-peer with another player. I'm just going to create an absurd trade that nobody will accept. So I will offer a town hall, and at the bottom I'll be able to choose how the fee works and what I want in return. So either I will pay 200 Gala for the swap, or both of the parties will pay 100 Gala each. So you can split the fee, or you can pay the entirety of the fee. I'm just going to search up which NFT I want. I'm willing to trade this town hall for a light circus. Obviously this is not a fair trade, but it's just for the example. And I'm going to create the swap. Now I can go back to my profile and verify that it's there. So I created a swap. The price is free, but as you can see, the requested NFT is a light circus. So if somebody accepts this, I do have to send the town hall and the 200 Gala to the escrow wallet, and then the other person has to send me a light circus. If they back out and they don't send me a light circus, then once it expires, they will lose a star, but the escrow wallet will return the NFT and the 200 Gala to me. So you don't have to worry about losing your fee if the other person doesn't complete the trade. And I can see I earned some HRBR from that recent transaction. I can go to this page and see how much HRBR I earned and from which transaction and what the original fee for that transaction was. You also have the option to change the website's theme to the light theme to make everything nice and bright, which I'm not going to show you, but you can check it out for yourself. Hopefully I was able to present you with all the information you need to effectively use marketplace.nftharbor.io. And I'll also go ahead and mention the Townstar playbook. If you're not sure what the utility of an NFT is, I do have all this information on the Townstar playbook, link in the description. And I've also created a column with the direct link to most of the NFTs for marketplace.nftharbor.io. So you can click on the link and it'll take you right to the Marketplace NFT Harbor page for that NFT. If you found this video helpful or informative, please leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing if you haven't done so. If you want to help support the channel, you can find links on the description on how to do so. And as always, I appreciate your support and thank you for watching.